This video will cover the subtotal feature and the value of knowing your standard deviation. I have a great deal of data and I've grouped it by product or sale line. And now I'd like to get some insights into the sales that have been taking place. Some of the basics that I can do under subtotal is the average, the minimum, and the maximum sales. But if I have a particularly low sale or an unusually high sale, that can throw off or distort the data's true picture. So consider running the standard deviation as part of your analysis. In the standard deviation, we have the average. And for the first standard deviation, half covers the data above the average, and half of that deviation covers the data points below the average. Together, it covers 68% of your data points. If you go out 2 standard deviations, you'll capture or explain 95% of your data points. Under data and then subtotal, I want, after every change in sale line, for Excel to calculate the standard deviation on the sale amount. Click OK. But I also want to know the average around which that standard deviation is performing. Data, subtotal, average, and make sure that the replace current subtotals option is not checked. And click OK. And now I have the average and the standard deviation. Remember, half of that deviation will be above my average and the other half will capture below. And if I were to test it out, I would find, in fact, that 6 of my data points, or 68% of my 9 sales amounts, are captured and explained within that single standard deviation. The smaller the standard deviation amount, the tighter your data is clustered around that average. You see down here in the chip product line, the standard deviation is larger so that there is more variation around that average. But together, along with the minimum, the maximum, and the average, the standard deviation gives me a clear picture of what is happening with my data. And now you know how to be sure you have a clear picture about your data by including the standard deviation when you perform data and subtotal features on your information.